Welcome to Crown Chat with Nichelle, where we celebrate remarkable women who are making waves in the world while juggling the demands of everyday life, inspiring others, and leaving a lasting impact. I'm your host, Nichelle Miller, reigning Pure International Elite Ms. Ambassador. Join me as we explore the stories of extraordinary women shaping our world right here on Crown Chat. Hello and welcome back to Crown Chat with Nichelle. I am your host, Nichelle Miller, and I'm so excited to be here with you tonight, sharing one of my amazing royal friends. So let's get into it. I'm going to go ahead and bring her into the glam studio and let her introduce herself. Hello, Queen.
Hey, how are you? I'm like amazing royal friends. I'm like, who she's talking about? She's talking about me? Oh, hey everybody. I am Nicole Samuel. I am the current Ms. All World Beauties Plus 2024.
And you've had that title all of what? 2 weeks? 1 week?
About 2 weeks now.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, I'm going to try to keep the show 20, 25 minutes, but I've known this queen for quite a while and it's going to be really hard, but I'm going to do my best because I'm just going to have to make it happen. So tell us about All World Beauty. So you competed in Vegas.
No, Vegas was my girls pageant. All World Beauties was in Dallas.
Oh,
I know. I've been a busy queen. I know. I can't keep up myself. So our nationals was in Dallas. I absolutely love this system. It's built on the pillars of inner beauty, service, and empowerment. And you know how when you look for a system, you look for something that aligns with you and who you are. And it just aligned with who I am. And I absolutely love it. Have to give a shout out to my director, Andrea. She's amazing. Like amazing, amazing, amazing. Whether you were freshly into pageantry or you're seasoned, you didn't know the difference because of the love, support, and everything that she puts into the system. And of course, like all of the staff, it's amazing. I absolutely love it. I'm happy to be a part. I told them they're stuck with me forever now.
I love that. And it's so important because you see, I mean, like you said, you search for a system that aligns with your values. And oftentimes you'll see one that talks the talk, but once you get behind the scenes, it's not what you thought.
It wasn't. When I say like watching like their staff and their former queens come in, it was like a whole family reunion. And I was like, oh, okay, that new cousin that came, but I fit right in with the family. And that's what it felt like a huge family reunion. And it was just amazing. And you want that when you find a system. You want that, especially with your court that you're reigning with. We all got along so good. It was a competition, but it was like family. So
yeah, and that's such a nice vibe. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. So tell us what areas you competed in, because I saw you won like everything.
It was so funny. I got home. I did like, they not going to invite you back nowhere. So I decided to do optionals this year. You know, if you're going to do it, why not do everything?
Yeah.
So I did photogenic, which that was off of our like program picture. So I won photogenic. Centerfold, we had to submit 3 photos, a headshot, a half body, and full body. So I won centerfold, and then I won Queen of the Runway, and then I had best video for our state costume. We had to do a video, so I won the best video for that. Yeah, so I came through with a lot.
Yeah, you can't.
And my title.
all the things. So
right.
Those that don't know, where are you from, and what was your state costume?
I am from Detroit, Michigan, born and raised. So, of course, my state costume, we could record it anywhere that we wanted to in the city. So, we are the home of Motown. So, I recorded it outside of Motown Studios and was dressed up like Martha Reeves and the Vandellas, had my whole little Motown vibe going on. And yeah, that's what I was.
And it was gorgeous.
They were looking at me like, what is, when I got the car, they're like, what is she about to do? Because I'm like in a full gown, you know. They're like, what is she doing? So I had to tell the security guard, I'm like, this is what I'm doing. It's okay.
Oh my God. And y'all need to follow her on Facebook so you can see the pictures, see a little bit of the journey. I don't think you posted the video, but I got to see the pictures.
The video is on my page. It's on my Facebook page, and I believe that I shared it to my page, my page for my title. So that's Miss All World Beauties Plus. So you can follow that on there too also.
Awesome. I was like, oof. Because at first I was like, who's this lady in her video? And then I looked and I was like, oh, It's her. It looks so good. So
Yeah, I had to switch out the look. I had to give you a little wig, a short wig.
little baby wig.
I needed a 1960s wig to make the vibe go.
A little big wig. But
Right.
Miss Kim Martin said, congratulations, Nicole.
Thank you, Kim.
She's a longtime viewer. Thank you, Miss Kim, for supporting. So that's your current title. Tell us
Yes.
about how you got into pageantry, kind of some of the things you've done and how you got to where you are now.
So I started off modeling. I would do things around the city. Then I got like connected with out of state people. And I used to like some of the models that I knew, they always talked about pageantry. It wasn't a big thing here in Michigan, especially plus size pageantry. I'm like, where they do that at? So I just decided to step out on faith one year. I think that was in 2018, and I competed in Miss Plus America. I placed fourth.
Okay.
Literally no training, no nothing, just me and God, okay? Because I did not know what I was doing. But I was like, oh wow, I like this. And so after that, where we met, of course, American Beauties Plus, and we reigned together. And then now all World Beauties. And I'm also state director for a kids pageant too. So
Okay,
yes,
so that was my next question. So let's talk
yes.
about the kids pageant that you do.
Yes, so I am director for Miss Pure Sparkle. I am director for Michigan, and I am president of our directors. So it is for girls 0 to 18. I absolutely love it. That was in Vegas, so we had our girls in Vegas. It was, yeah. The kids had fun. Now the adults, we were tired. It was the time change. It was everything. It was trying to hold a whole pageant in Vegas, but it was amazing. So I would, if anybody has a little girl that they want to get involved, sign up for next year. We're actually having it on a cruise next year. So
Oh,
actually doing a cruise to Bahamas. So come on and be a part. Yeah.
I think I could be 18 and go on a cruise. I think. Okay.
I mean, we need judges.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Writing it down. Writing it down.
Yep.
You are a pageant queen. You are a pageant director. You're president of directors, and you run a business. So let's talk
Yes.
about business.
So my business is Curvy Confident Queen. It was one of those things that the Lord had dropped in my spirit a long time ago. You know, you hear those words, but you don't necessarily know what it was. So it's funny because I looked back on a vision board from years ago and had the words on there, but literally just launched my business last year. But it was on a vision board from 5 years ago. Just didn't know what it looked like, what it was. But it was just, it's one of those things that I believe, like, no matter shape, size, color, you are beautifully and fearfully made how God wanted you. So whether you got little curves, big curves, you are a curvy, confident queen. And it's just something so that women can like just embrace who they are, walk in it, and be confident.
I love it. I love it. So, what kinds of things? I put your website up there. What kinds of things can they buy from you?
So there is t-shirts, there's hoodies, there's crop tops, there's sweatshirts. So anything, whether you're, I mean, there's cropped hoodies, whatever you want, there's all on there, and they're in all different colors.
Oh, I love it. I love it. And I love that pink is part of your color. So,
Yes, pink is my favorite color. Can you say I put on pink today? Pink is my absolute favorite color.
I am all in for that. I love that you mentioned that no matter your size, your shape, whatever, that you're beautiful and you're wonderfully made. And so, tell us how that impacts your journey as a pageant queen and a pageant director, encouraging others.
So, of course, if for anybody who knows pageantry, you have to have a platform. So, my platform is I am enough, nothing lacking, nothing missing. Literally, meaning that if you go back and look in the Bible, it says that God knows every single hair on your head, and you're created in his likeness and his image. If he created you in his likeness and his image, where did you figure out that you weren't enough? Where did society get in there and tell you you weren't enough? God created you how he wanted to create you. So you are fearfully, wonderfully made. You're already perfect. So before the world had an opinion of what you should look like and what you should be, you were already made enough. You were already made perfect. And I always had people that I was never a little girl. I was always a little plus size girl. But I always had family that loved on me and instilled that in me. And I get that everybody doesn't have that.
Yeah.
So being able to just be a voice, being an example of just embracing who I am and walking in that, that's why I love pageantry, and that's why I picked my platform too.
I love that. And I think we need so much more of that because I mean, we see it at even pageants that say they're plus size. Like there's some pageants that opened up to plus size people, but their title holders
They're
are,
not inclusive, right? They want, I don't want to say that. I'm like, they want your money, but they're not all inclusive. And
yeah.
that goes back to finding the right system. And actually, when you're getting into pageantry, make sure that you study and you understand the system that you're signing up for, because you are literally a representation of that system. So make sure that you align with who they are.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think it's important to even try to find former or current title holders and ask
Yes.
questions.
Hmm.
Because as we just saw, like with Miss USA, with people dropping, I mean, stepping down, it was like, okay, it's not what it looked like. So
Right.
it's important to ask some behind the scenes
And
things.
with the hard thing about social media, people can spin it and pin it how they want to make it. You can make something that's horrible look beautiful. So ask the right questions. Ask people. So I definitely agree with that.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you're, let's say, finding a current title holder, investigating a system, what's a couple of questions you would ask to see if it's a
For
fit?
someone who wanted to, like if I was new to pageantry and wanted to come in,
Yeah. If you were looking to see if it was a fit for you, what are a couple of things?
I would definitely ask what their values are. Of course, your mission statement, what you stand for, because you want to know that. Because again, if you win that title, you're a representation of that. So you definitely want to know what do you stand for? What is it? And just I will also ask the experience of the person who had it before, because you go into some pageant systems and it's like a family.
Mm-hmm.
You go into some, it's complete competition. They're snobby, they're this, they're that. And so you want to make sure that it's something that, not if you have that competitive like spirit and that's what you're going for, that's okay. But if that's not what you're looking for, if you're looking for that sisterhood, like lifelong sisterhood, then you want to make sure that you're in a pageant system that's going to have that. Because I look at me and you, I'm like, you're my lifelong sister.
Forever.
But that was a system that we were in, that it formed that bond with us, and you have to make sure that that's the system that you walk into.
Definitely. Definitely. What would be your advice? I mean, especially with your platform, what would be your advice to someone that's kind of on the edge, like maybe I should model or maybe I should do pageants, but oh, I don't think I'm right. What would you tell them?
I will tell them again, finding the right system, finding a system that is going to help you grow, that is going to, okay, I have this little insecurity about myself. I don't know if I can do this, but having a system that will guide you along the way. Something that I liked about All World Beauties is we had like 4 interview preps sessions prior to like getting to nationals. We
Mhm.
also had a boot camp prior to getting to nationals. So it was one of those things where it could be your first day stepping into pageantry. You're going to have the same training as someone who was seasoned in pageantry, because we're going all over this. Like down to, hey, send me a picture of your gown, send me a picture of what you're thinking about for your fashion wear, just so we can make sure that it looks right on you and it's something that is competitive. I mean, something that's able to compete in. So I would definitely tell that person, like, hey, regardless if you feel like you don't have that confidence, find a system that's going to build that, that's going to work around that, because
Yeah.
pageantry brings a whole different confidence level. Because I even watched this year some of the ladies coming in, they're like, I don't know, you can do this. By the end, they were strutting on that stage. Okay, it just brings out a whole different, and you have that encouragement, like, hey, beautiful, hey, queen, hey, this. It's funny because I'm always like, when I come back to work after like nationals, is like, nah, I gotta come back, Nicole. It ain't queen all week. Everybody not addressing me.
So hard to be normal
It's
again.
so hard. I'm like, I must just wear this crown everywhere I go. So you be like, hey, queen.
Yes, definitely. What's something you've learned about yourself through pageantry?
Something that I learned about myself, um, like I've always been a confident girl. Um, what I learned through pageantry is more people watch you than you know. Even though I walk in that confidence, walk in, you know what I'm saying? I am who I am. Like pageantry makes me be even more careful about the light that I show other people, because so many people are watching me that I didn't know. Once you start
Mhm.
competing, once you start posting, you get inboxes from people who you haven't talked to in years, like, oh my God, I'm so proud of you, I'm so this. And it's just something that pageantry taught me, is just, you're a role model, whether you know it or not. And so you always have to be a queen in every light, and be careful how you present yourself, because people are watching you.
Yes. Definitely. Now, have you been inboxed by the African men? Because I get those from time to time. Do you get those?
I mean, I think he was in Ghana. He like, I want to come show you. I want you to come see my country. No, no, no. I like it right here in the U.S.
I tell all my girls, I'm like, y'all, if you start getting these inbox, just block. Just block. Don't respond.
Right. It like, where did you come from, sir? Where'd you come from? No, I ain't coming over there. Sorry. Come over there, get me stuck. I come up missing. No.
Don't get the kidnapping van. No. Who would you say is your biggest influence or role model?
My biggest influence and role model, I would have to say my mom. And I know a lot of people like that's their first thing that they go to, but I would definitely have to say that because just throughout her entire life, like keeping her faith at the forefront of anything that she went through, being a mother, being a wife, working still, raising me and my brother, but still, being the wife that my dad needed. They've been married 40, it'll be 48 years this year. So just seeing that, you know what I'm saying? It's just, and like I said, just no matter what the situation is, like her faith never wavered throughout the years. So she's definitely my role model.
And she's so sweet. I just love your mama.
Everybody does. I promise. Everywhere she goes, when you be like, I'm gonna just take her home. I'll be like, y'all can borrow her, okay?
Need her. So I appreciate, and I think that's one of the things that really connects me to you is that you're a woman of faith and your faith is first and then everything else. What would you say to someone that says you can't be a woman of faith and a pageant queen?
Why not? That would be my question. No, seriously, like that would be my question. Why not? Because like in any light that you're shown in, I would say even I work in corporate now. Everybody at my job knows she's an ordained elder at her church. She believes in God. This is what she does. I figure no matter what your platform is, you have to think this is a platform for you to spread the word of God, depending on what system you go to.
Yeah.
But it's just to shed another light on that. So what makes me not be able to do both?
Yeah. Amen. Amen. What is your go-to hype song for pageant week?
Go-to hype song for pageant week. I probably don't even have a go-to hype song. Like it's my gospel playlist. Like I need that mellow time, that time with God to just, pageant week is so busy. Like people don't know it's like nonstop. It's go, go, go. So when I have that moment when I'm back in my room, I just have to put on my worship music to kind of like decompress.
Yeah.
And even when I'm getting ready for something, it's like, okay, I need this to just fuel my day because my day's gonna be so busy. I'm gonna be running. I just need to settle myself and have that time with God before I go. So yeah, so it's gospel music. I don't have a hype song. Sorry.
No, mine all week was "He Knows My Name" every morning in the shower, and I would just bawl. And I don't know why, but I was just bawling. I was like, whoo, and I'd come out and I'm like, whoo, okay, let's go.
It happens. I told them like this. Unfortunately, this year I had to travel by myself. Mind you, I knew a lot of the staff. I knew some of the people, but it's different when you're like, okay, I live in Detroit. I'm traveling all the way to Dallas by myself. And it was like the morning of competition, I had a complete meltdown in the shower. I was like, I went down for rehearsal. I had no lashes on. I was like, I'm sorry, yeah. Like, if you don't have a lash on, something wrong. But I was like, yes. But I was like, I don't know. It was just, okay, I need to ball. I need to get this out. All right, now I feel better. Shake it off. Okay, I'm back now. But you have those moments. So.
Definitely. Definitely. If you could tell our viewers 3 things about yourself before we wrap up, what would they be?
3 things about myself. Well, I didn't already talk about I love God. He's the forefront of my life. I love him. My faith is so important to me. I keep that first. Something else about me. I try to bring a positive light to any room that I step in. I want people when they remember me to be like, oh my God, her smile was so beautiful. Her hug changed my life. Something like that. So I always want to leave people with a positive light of who I am. And lastly, I like my sleep. People be like, what do you do for fun? I sleep. Because sometimes life gets so busy. I just want to sleep.
Yes.
So yeah.
I appreciate that. Now, do you take naps?
So previously I didn't. But I find myself now that sometimes I do, especially like if I have a busy day, if it's like a busy morning, I know I have a bunch in the afternoon. Like sometimes that hot 30 minutes, it just refreshes me and it gets me back. They laugh at me on Sundays. Everybody know after church on Sunday, I'm taking my after church nap. So give me about two hours before you call me after we get home from church, because I'm gonna take that nap.
I appreciate that because we have a routine. Like we go to church and then we come home and we take a couple hour nap, and then I can finish my day. So I get it.
They're always like, Nicole, what are you gonna do? I don't know. I need to take my nap first, and then we can decide if you want to go back out. I just need to take my nap first.
Exactly. Exactly. Oh goodness. Well, I just adore you. And I think the way you described yourself, the three things, you're a woman of faith. Yep. Your smile lights up a room. You're always positive. You're always looking for the glimmer in a dark situation. And I really appreciate that about you. And like you said, we are sisters for life.
Yes.
I'm so grateful to just watch you and follow your journey. And as you continue to grow into this amazing, incredible, world-changing woman, I'm like, I know her. I know.
Same. I think that's the joy of pageantry. You meet amazing women all over like the US. And I mean sometimes outside of the US too, but you have these people that you can call on who are like-minded, who have like-minded goals. And you need that, like, hey, I can text you like, girl, this is what I'm going through. I just need this encouragement. And it's gonna be there. That is what pageantry does. So I love that.
Absolutely. Well, Ms. All World Beauties 2024, I am so proud of you. Congratulations
Thank you.
for hopping on. I mean, you just won. She just won, y'all. She just won. And I messaged and was like, hey. And she's like, what day? And I appreciate
Right. I feel like it was like the next day or like 2 days later. I'm like, just let me know the date and I'm there. Anything you need.
like new title. Okay, then let's get
All
on.
right.
So I appreciate you so much. I adore you. I love watching your journey. Everyone, you can follow her on Facebook. I put her Facebook up. I'll also put it in the show notes. You can follow her store. Shop at Curvy Confident Queen. We'll be following your journey on your personal page and your Queen page.
Yes.
And I just can't thank you enough. And everybody tuning in, make sure you tune in for the next Crown Chat. Never let anybody dull your sparkle because they can't handle your shine. And we'll see you back in the Glam Studios. Good night, everybody.
Good night.